Hey guys, history behind the warrior, and today we're going to be talking about Shang Tsung, pre-Mortal Kombat. Shang Tsung's life before the Mortal Kombat tournaments is shrouded in mystery, but what we do know is that he's originally a human from Earthrealm, and that he participated in a Mortal Kombat tournament but cheated in one of his battles. Breaking the rules of Mortal Kombat is considered treason against the represented realm and the Elder Gods. The sorcerer would be sentenced to death until the Dark Emperor Shao Kahn approached him. Shao Kahn would take advantage of this situation and make a deal with Shang Tsung, saying that if he swore complete and utter allegiance towards him, he would be spared. Shang Tsung would agree and would be taken to Outworld and trained by the Emperor in the Black Arts. Shang Tsung would be cursed by the Elder Gods to not only kill his enemies, but to take their souls. Another side effect of the curse was the fact that Shang Tsung would age rapidly. After a few years, Shang Tsung would enter the Mortal Kombat tournament and quickly overcome his competition, becoming the Grand Champion. It is unknown how long he would hold this title for, but he would eventually lose it to the legendary Shaolin monk, the Great Kung Lao. Shang Tsung would return many years later with his greatest student, the Shogun Prince Goro. During this time as well, Shang Tsung had become the overseer of the tournament. This was due to 3 of the Grandmasters mysteriously dying. During this tournament, the Great Kung Lao would be defeated and killed by Goro, and Shang Tsung would consume his soul. Thus this would begin Outworld's domination of the Mortal Kombat tournament. Mortal Kombat. Over the next 500 years, Goro would remain undefeated. During this time period, Shang Tsung would meet Ken Shi and be responsible for blinding the swordsman by tricking him into opening a well, releasing thousands of souls that would blind him. During this time as well, he would spar against the very young Shigenko to determine whether or not he would allow him to participate in the tournament. The fight would end in a draw, with Shang Tsung granting Shigenko the opportunity to participate, but he would decline. Shang Tsung would return to the Mortal Kombat tournament, with Outworld only needing one more victory to invade Earth. But this idea would be destroyed, as Liu Kang not only defeated Goro, but also Shang Tsung. With Shang Tsung now defeated, he would flee to Outworld as his island slowly fell apart. After his defeat, he would be brought before Shao Kahn. Shang Tsung would beg for his life before the Emperor, and was nearly killed until he came up with the idea of how they could invade Earthrealm another way. He told the tyrant that if they challenged Earthrealm to Mortal Kombat in Outworld, they would have to accept or forfeit. Shao Kahn would agree to this plan and rejuvenate Shang Tsung. Mortal Kombat 2. During the tournament, despite having his youth restored, he would still lose to Liu Kang. Shao Kahn would not fare any better, as he was also defeated by Liu Kang. After his embarrassing defeat, Shao Kahn would cast out all of the Earthrealm warriors and begin for an invasion. This would involve a deal with Quan Chi and Shinnok to resurrect Sindel. With Queen Sindel now alive in Earthrealm, Shao Kahn could reach across and reclaim her, forcing the realms to merge with each other. Mortal Kombat Trilogy. During the Earthrealm invasion, Shang Tsung would lead one of Shao Kahn's extermination squads to hunt down the fighters that Raiden had protected. Despite being at the peak of his power, he still was not able to defeat Liu Kang. After Shao Kahn's defeat, Shang Tsung would be taken back to Outworld. He would then be imprisoned and tortured for his failure to help his master merge the 2 realms. He would later be released after doing Shao Kahn's bidding and slowly regaining his favor. Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance. A few years later, Shang Tsung would find Quan Chi in a palace courtyard fighting Scorpion. After Quan Chi disposes of Scorpion, he approaches Shang Tsung and makes an offer with the sorcerer. The offer was if Shang Tsung helped him in reviving the lost army of the Dragon King, then he would open up a soulnado to the heavens, giving him an endless supply of souls to feed on. Shang Tsung would accept the offer, and together they formed the Deadly Alliance. The 2 wished to execute their plans as soon as possible, but first they needed to remove 2 of the largest obstacles in their way, and it was to eliminate Shao Kahn and Liu Kang. The 2 were able to get rid of Shao Kahn and Liu Kang, but they did not fully trust each other. This would lead to the 2 plotting behind each other's back, with Shang Tsung making a deal with Oni, Drumming and Moloch to eliminate Quan Chi after their plans had been through. The Deadly Alliance gained Kano as an ally, and used his troops to force a small Outworld village to construct a new palace around the tomb of the Dragon King to house the soulnado. During this time as well, they had approached Movado and offered him a deal. He could earn the right to fight and kill Kano in exchange for eliminating Kenshi, who had been spying on Shang. Movado was able to accomplish his mission, and the Alliance granted him his wish. It is not much later that the forces of Earthrealm attacked. Mortal Kombat Deception. The two were able to defeat the Earthrealm champions and even defeat the Thunder God Raiden. The victory would not be savoured, as Shang Tsung's lust for power and Quan Chi's suspicion finally came to light. The two would fight, with Quan Chi emerging victorious. Immediately after this, the reborn Dragon King Onaga would walk into the temple. This would lead to a new alliance being made between the Thunder God Raiden, Shang Tsung and Quan Chi, in a failed attempt to try and kill Onaga. Raiden was forced to sacrifice his own life in a large blast, which caught Shang Tsung and Quan Chi, actually killing Shang Tsung, releasing thousands of souls that he had consumed over the years, including the soul of Liu Kang. Mortal Kombat Armageddon. Shang Tsung's own soul was magically drawn towards Outworld, in which he was found by Shao Kahn. Shao Kahn then provided Shang Tsung with a host body, and then allied with him in taking back his kingdom from Mileena. Although Shang Tsung was now bound to Shao Kahn, an opportunity arose where he could sever the tie. However, this is never really explained. Shang Tsung is briefly seen in the conquest mode of the game, where Taven spots the sorcerer forming an alliance with Onaga, Shao Kahn and Quan Chi. During the Battle of Armageddon, Shang Tsung is one of the combatants to nearly reach the top of the Pyramid of Argus. On his journey to the top, he is forced to fight Shao Kahn and even the undead body of Liu Kang. Shang Tsung nearly reaches the top of the pyramid until the undead Liu Kang holds him back, and Blaze finally emerges. He is however seen at the beginning of Mortal Kombat 9 dead. Mortal Kombat 9. In the first Mortal Kombat tournament, he appears as an elderly man. Shang Tsung is the overseer of the tournament and decides who fights against who. He forces Johnny Cage, the first of the Earthrealm fighters, to fight after making insults towards him. Despite the odds, Johnny Cage manages to overcome every challenge thrown at him. He is later seen after Sonya Blade manages to free her superior Jax from imprisonment. He would also prevent them from leaving the island by shooting down a rescue helicopter. He is also later informed that the Lin Kuei warrior Cyrax has been talking with the Thunder God Raiden. Shang Tsung believes that he will be betrayed by Cyrax, and sends Baraka and Shiva to assassinate him. Cyrax manages to defeat the two and confront the sorcerer. An argument ensues between the two, until Sector appears and reassures the sorcerer that Cyrax is Lin Kuei. After Johnny Cage would be defeated by Cyrax, Shang Tsung would order him to kill the actor. The ninja would refuse to do this and walk out of the tournament. The final Earthrealm competitor, Liu Kang, would remain, and Shang Tsung would attempt to stack the deck against him. Each attempt, however, would fail, as Liu Kang defeated everyone, including Goro. This would lead to the final fight, which Shang Tsung lost. This would spare Earthrealm from being merged into Outworld. When Shang Tsung is returned to Outworld, he is put before Shao Kahn and is almost executed for his failure. Shang Tsung then proposes a new idea for a single tournament to be held in Outworld, and Shao Kahn agrees to this and then rejuvenates the sorcerer. Shang Tsung then travels to the Wushu Academy to tell Raiden of the latest tournament. When Raiden rejects the offer, Shang Tsung opens a portal from Outworld to the Wuxi Academy, releasing thousands of Tarkatans to attack and kill the Shaolin. A fight ensues between the two, until Shang Tsung travels back to Outworld, capturing Sonya Blade. During the events of the second tournament, Shang Tsung is seen as more of an advisor. When Jax impulsively steps up to the Emperor Shao Kahn, Shang Tsung announces that they have a volunteer for the first battle. This would lead to a fight between Baraka and Jax. After defeating the Tarkatan, he would confront Shang Tsung and demand to know where Sonya Blade is. The sorcerer would make a snide remark about how Jax and Sonya always had to rescue each other, until he disappears to attend to some important business. Shang Tsung is later seen in the Living Forest, buying weapons from Kano. They are interrupted by Smoke, who wishes to know how the Elder Sub-Zero died. After Kano fails to defeat the Lin Kuei ninja, Shang Tsung morphs into the Elder Sub-Zero and partners with Reptile in an attempt to stop Smoke. The two are defeated, but before Smoke could get any information out of him, he is attacked by Sector. Shang Tsung is later seen in Shao Kahn's arena, still organizing matches, when the younger Sub-Zero appears and demands to fight Scorpion. Shang Tsung tells him that no one makes demands of the Emperor, and orders Reptile to battle him. Shang Tsung is later seen after Kitana has discovered and defeated Mileena in his flesh pits. The sorcerer attempts to convince her that he's trying to perfect her by creating clones, but she is not convinced, and a fight breaks out. Kitana defeats him, and drags him before Shao Kahn. Kitana is shocked when Shao Kahn praises him, revealing that he knew all along about Shang Tsung's activities. During the near end of the second Mortal Kombat tournament, Shang Tsung teams up with Quan Chi in an attempt to stop Kung Lao. The Shaolin proves to be too much as they are both overpowered by him. After Shao Kahn's defeat and apparent death at the hands of Liu Kang, Shang Tsung is among the outworld generals deciding who should take Shao Kahn's place as Emperor. Shang Tsung wishes to become the new Emperor, but Shao Kahn emerges, still alive. Shang Tsung is shocked how Shao Kahn is still alive, and Shao Kahn is furious as he can no longer merge Outworld with Earthrealm. Quan Chi, however, suggests that there's an alternate way that involves reviving Queen Sindel in Earthrealm. During the invasion of Earthrealm, Cabal, a former friend and ally of Kano, is badly burned by Kintaro. Kano brings back Cabal to Outworld, where Shang Tsung uses his magic to heal some of Cabal's wounds. After Motaro is killed by Raiden during the Earthrealm invasion, the recently revived Sindel states that she will finish what Motaro has started. To ensure her success, Shao Kahn would drain all of the souls from Shang Tsung's body, transferring them to Sindel, and seemingly killing the sorcerer. And that's it for Shang Tsung, guys. I really enjoyed covering him as he is one of my favourite villains of the series. He does make a small cameo in Mortal Kombat 11 in like an arcade ending tower for Ermac, which kind of does imply that he might come back in Mortal Kombat 11, but remember, it's an arcade tower ending, so take it with a grain of salt. Anyway guys, let me know, would you want Shang Tsung to come back in the next game, or keep him dead? Comment below, let me know. As a finale for the Mortal Kombat series and the coverage that I'm doing on my channel, over the next few days I'm actually going to be covering the main storylines for the games and what's happened. I will also be announcing the winner for the competition I was holding on Christmas Day. Anyway, as always guys, please comment, like, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.